Hello everybody. Welcome back to another match of the 4-digit World Cup. Slightly delayed to this match, we apologize, but it should be a banger nonetheless. We have the United Kingdom versus France in the round of 16. Again, as mentioned, we're slightly delayed, so we'll be going into middle of one of the maps. However, I'm one of your commentators, 4WC2026, and I'm joined by the amazing 4WC2026. How are we feeling about this match, man?
Oh, Turba, feeling great. We just finished with 2 or 3 of the previous matches. They were all pretty much one-sided, so we have some banger names right here from both sides for this matchup, and hopefully both teams will show some great pop of scores right here. From what we have seen so far, France banned HD1, HD2, United Kingdom banned Fremont 3 and Hardrock 2, and we already saw the first map got played. It was DD2 that France picked, but United Kingdom actually got a break point on that. So United Kingdom is currently winning, and they were the ones to pick Aegis 3, try to consolidate the victory. And I believe we already hear the sound of Aegis 3, so if it's not difficult, we could try and switch up to see that HD3. And here we are right now. United Kingdom seems like they have the lead, the early lead right here with 900 combo from both Kadzo and Wiggler.
Yeah, I mean, overall, United Kingdom right now are just looking pretty strong this time around. And I mean, we're coming towards the last third of the map, so again, joining in a bit late, but it is all good. But look at those accuracies, I must say. I mean, Skier 1 is sitting at 99.6% accuracy, and I mean, the closest to just being another 99 coming in from this year. I mean, these players are just playing incredibly, but score difference is 100k. It can definitely flip in the last third if the UK are not careful here, but they have those combo games. Listia and Musty both trading each other out. Wiggler going down now as well, so that score difference might start to shrink, but there's a powerhouse on side of United Kingdom coming in from Skier 1, the only one to remain the combo going, and it's VA versus Skier 1 in those combo games. They're both playing so cleanly.
Yep, indeed, and in the end, it's gonna be Skier taking the victory in that 1v1 as the map comes to its closure. So that settle Skier is the only FC on that HD1. The control, the light tech aspect of this map is something Skier has mastered, and it is speaking volumes right now. Second point on Alkin's board, 2-0 right off the bat. That's a really solid start for them. They're seed 7, Torva, and they also did not play groups because first 8 seeds they actually skipped groups. So it's their first match in the tournament, and so far they're showing why they are one of the top seeded teams.
Yeah, I mean, like, just look at that overall team performance. I mean, 2 S ranks and I believe a full combo coming in from Skier. Like, genuinely just an incredible performance from them. But you also, you can't knock it down from France. They are playing so well here. They're keeping up in a very good margin, but they're just losing those combos, a tad bit too early. And, so far, it hasn't played out too well for them. But, it's 2 points on the side of the United Kingdom. That's definitely something they want to have early in. And from what I believe will be France's pick next, they have a chance to try and, claw their way back up, get themselves back into the game.
Yeah. Indeed, I received in for that. We will have to restart the client because the adder of command didn't happen with our streamer, but that should hopefully be fine as right now. Once again, we are looking at the strategy, at the overall ban order, at overall choices of both teams, and their story in qualifiers and in groups, for example. Think about France. They are a really strong control team, is what I'm seeing. They got seed 2 in normal training qualifiers. They got seed 1 on DD3 in qualifiers. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something control heavy coming in from France here. And we have a lot of maps, luckily, when it comes down to that department. For example, we are looking at Fremont 4, which is control heavy. You can also go for some tacky maps, like Nomad 4. Overall, I feel like that first pick from France being DT2 was quite surprising. They will definitely need to kind of change the avenue of the attack here, and I feel like one of the control-heavy maps might be the way here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the DT2 definitely a bit of a gamble. I don't think fully paid off, but, I can see where the idea is coming from, and the UK, I mean, from what I know with a lot of the Pleasant rosters, a lot of them are relatively comfortable with control, but, it's not their go-to thing. But we're actually seeing that pick come in from France, and it's going to be Invisible with the DT4.
Indeed, and that is the same map we saw in a very recent match of Ukraine versus United Kingdom. Oh my no, Ukraine versus China, pardon me. That DD4, Invisible, of course, I'm really sure all of you already know the song. And it features a lot of that slider action, that slider aim action. It's a very funky one as well. Those long sliders, they're not tacky by any means. It's just big sliders across the entire map with some overall aim. I mean, kind of swingish, I want to say. And that's for the test. That's not the skills that you typically see in those tournaments. Seems like we finally fixed the scorebar, so that is good. Yeah, regardless of that, control is the name of the game here, and I feel like for France, must work out really well on paper.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, right, those really weird long sliders, but really quick sliders, especially with DT, aren't usually something we see all that often nowadays, or, I mean, in general, but, you know, it's one of those skill sets that if you're definitely comfortable in it and you know how to keep your accuracy on this, you can really start to skyrocket your team score, and you could even pull out a, you know, independent miracle performance, but, you know, it is very difficult to do, and, I mean, it does take a lot of that control, but as you were saying, right, that's France's specialty. They are so comfortable on those control picks, and they have players that have played every variety of map, even in this kind of category, where, you know, they at least have a decent bit of experience. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, if that experience and comfort really does come through, or if the side of the United Kingdom are just feeling good today.
Totally. I mean, when we're talking about experience as a whole, right? You look at the British players; they're also really, they have years of experience behind their backs. I mean, you look at Listia, you look at Skia, and that is not. I didn't even get started, right? You also have some newbies, for example, Wiggler, who was one of the stars in 5EC and 5WC, and then ranked up. And as you saw, already delivered, played really well in that HD one couple of minutes ago. So yeah, as mentioned, both countries have some sharp tools in the chat. DT4 though, I feel like if France is feeling consistent, they should be taking this one. You're gonna start to see the overall gameplay of the DT4. Those sliders gonna be hitting you like a truck so far. The only person that lost combo was Red Munch, but that is just the early days. Nothing is yet decided. Dream Journey is trading him, matter of fact, so it's just equal.
Yeah, I mean, we did also see that very, very early break from Sync, but so early in that it shouldn't cause a problem, and we actually see that score difference, you know, very early in, only about a 7k score difference, but, you know, first crop of the map done, but now starting to see a few more misses come in. We do see that coming in from Red Munch, does unfortunately find another break. Score difference now starting to climb for the side of United Kingdom, but is going to get traded, both sides there, Skia and Red again, but, you know, overall, not too crazy of a score difference. Can definitely flip at a moment's notice. It's only getting towards the halfway point of the map. And, you know, Matt and Sync starting to definitely play really comfortably here. Dream Journey starting to put that recovery. And then you look at Musty and VA were holding on those combos. Now it's only Musty. Hold on, a bit of a collapse coming in. It's Dream Journey and Matt versus Musty right now.
Yeah, hold on. France's world is slowly falling apart. It's only Musty with that combo. Everyone else has already fallen down. It's just Matt being here, just completely shattering Musty's dreams. Same from Dream Journey and Scale with really good recoveries as well. The lead is getting out of hand for Team France. This is their pick. They cannot allow a second breakpoint in a row, but so far everything is leading towards it. Musty cannot 1v3.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting to an almost unrecoverable score difference. It's 300k with none of the map remaining. Musty still on the full combo as well. Yeah, Vietsoin is even going oops there, understanding that, you know, this will slip up, but it is what it is sometimes. It's unfortunate break by Matt, not able to close out the full combo, but the damage is done, man. The damage is done. The consistency and just how good the UK are feeling today is just a powerhouse moment coming in from them. I mean, getting a third point on the board, 2 break points. They're looking good today. They're playing well today. And, I mean, France is, you know, starting to keep up on some maps, but this map, unfortunately, just not the one for them.
Indeed. Torva and Wiz time. This is looking more and more like another David versus Goliath matchup. 3-0. That is how most of today's matches actually started. And, well, United Kingdom versus Titan for a reason. I mean, France, of course, being one of the top 2 teams in their group, making it all the way up to the upper bracket. But it takes a lot to take down a top-seeded team. And as a France, you tried tapping mechanics, you tried more control-heavy maps, and neither of them worked out. So you might need to invent some other strategy for your next pick, and that is something that they will really have to discuss within their team. Well, for United Kingdom, Torva, I mean, they're a top-seeded team, right? And they just they can just go into anything. Hard Rocks are there, and well, Hard Rocks are there, Hiddens are there. They have super strong gimmick players. They have super strong precision players as well, and control is something that they have also pretty much mastered. The only thing is, well, the tapping that we could argue. I mean, they got really low seeds on normal 22 in qualifiers, like seed 29, 28. But we already saw that France tried to go into that and it didn't really work.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is one of those teams, you know, like you go against the UK and you look at their roster and you realize, you know, half of their roster are already OWC players and, you know, also very comfortable. Don't get me wrong, you have the same for France as well, but, you know, the United Kingdom always kind of been, to a certain degree, a bit of a powerhouse. And, you know, going against a roster like that is going to be a difficult thing to do. And when you see them, no hesitation, want to go into that Hard Rock 3 as well. Yeah, you see a team that are not only confident, but are also able to back that confidence with each pick.
Yep. Sure, let's do Hard Rock 3. Let's do Hard Rock 3. That just makes sense. That just makes sense. I mean, even though United can ban HR2, it's just a completely different story compared to HR3. It's control, it's tech, it's pretty fast-paced tech, I would say, and of course this is Daria core song. So what else would you expect? Those kick sliders blended into those slider tech sections just makes it a really good control testing map. And
yeah, and I think it's quite funny, by the way. We were mentioning about France being a very control-focused team. So the UK just pick hard control into them.
That's very ballsy, but I agree.
they are making a statement and they're making sure it's hard.
Yeah, absolutely. This HR3, considering the consistency that we haven't seen from United Kingdom so far, I feel like this one definitely looks like it's gonna work out in theory. Especially, it's not even about United Kingdom's consistency; it's about France's one. Because all the maps they've been trying to play, like the potential on those maps is really good on the side of France, but I'm pretty sure is that some of them are not having the greatest time of their life into this match. If they are in their like real good form, I feel like HR3 is very much contested. So it's really gonna show us whether if France is gonna have good scores, then they're back on track when it comes to that whole consistency thingy of them. And if not, then it's basically a completed statement that France are not gonna have the best time of their life holding combo in this match.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those picks I think France really need to start trying to get that breakpoint in because, you know, as we mentioned, right, as you mentioned, you know, control-focused team on a control-focused map. You know, it's something that on paper they should be able to, you know, at least claw their way up. And I think if they can bring this point back to their side, if they can get that breakpoint, they can definitely start to develop that momentum, definitely start to, you know, build themselves back into the confidence, the possible momentum, as I was already mentioning, and just overall, just having that mental go back up, knowing that, hey, we can get a breakpoint on our side, now we just need to pick carefully to get our own points on the board. If they can play that game, it can work, but, you know, as, you know, also previously mentioned countless times, you know, you're also against the UK, who have gone into this knowing what you guys are capable of. They clearly have something up their sleeve, and I mean, I say that, I'm seeing what they have up their sleeve. They have a map, they have a skier, they have a Listia and a Dream Journey. You know, this is still a terrifying roster you're against, but then again, you look at the other side, you know, you're seeing MyJD, you're seeing Musty, you're seeing VA, and VS Swing Tech, you know, a very, very good, strong roster on a map like this, and, you know, very experienced players as well. So maybe this is at least a little bit more competitive for them and definitely can give them that shot back.
Yeah, indeed. There is a very big difference between 3-1 and 4-0. So our most crucial points into this match. And this map definitely does test what it needs. France, they're sending in their best tech players for this one. so far they are holding their ground, but United Kingdom is also here with a 4-way FC. That is just the intro right here. The map will starting to get progressively harder as we go further and further till the end. Right now, seems like we froze for a second right here, but should be back, I hope. Yep, there we are. Let's see if anyone found any breaks. And yep, indeed, Listia did. Same for Oli. So it's a trade and still 3-way FC versus 3-way FC. Nothing is moving.
Yeah, right now it is just basically that accuracy battle, but we do see Musty finding an unfortunate break on the long slide. It does catch them out, but Matt is going to trade them in return. And actually, Dream Journey is going to go down, but Miles JD trades it as well. It is just Skier 1 now, the only remaining full combo alongside Vietsoin Tech. The 1v1 still going on, and then the 1v1 of Listia and Fie also going on. But there we go, we see a lot of breaks on the board, especially on the side of the UK. It's a 3-way break. Skier 1 goes down, Dream Journey goes down, Matt goes down, and now Listia with the recovery also goes down. Vietsoin Tech does start to trade now. That's the full combo gone. No full combos on the board, but you know, everyone now falling apart. Everyone falling apart on these sections, but it's so difficult to hold through. All of the combos reset, but it's an 80k advantage towards France.
Yeah, but the map is just claiming its victims at this point. It's just about outlasting the war of attrition. They see the difference between them. They cannot allow any mistakes from now on. Every scrap of combo matters the most. And the Skia was mad, leading the charge for United Kingdom, trying to prevent a break point from happening. So far it's working for them, but not for Listia, who's finding a break here. France is still holding, but oh my god, wait, what was that? Hold on.
Nah, surely that's not a disconnect. Surely that's not a disconnect, because if it is, I think that costs them the point.
That might have. I mean, it started going towards the United Kingdom, but it was like 5 seconds left of the map, and then the fourth player just disconnected.
Okay, apparently Viet left the lobby early, but because of the score difference being so close, it still ended up about 11k in favor of the United Kingdom. That is so tragic. That is actually so unfortunate. They had the chance to claw it back. They showed it off that they are able to play it, and then it just slipped in the last possible moments. That is so unfortunate.
Yeah,
I mean,
indeed. I'll check the empty link right now. And no,
yeah,
it wasn't 11k. Yeah, 11k. It wasn't a disconnect.
Yeah.
It was just the client thingy, but it was still not enough.
Speedrun the lobby.
Yeah, I mean, France had that lead until the very end, and then just last couple of seconds, United Kingdom were like, nah, 4-0, and
yeah,
that must feel so bad if you're Team France right now. This would be huge for you to get a first point like that on a break point as well, because if they got it, they would now have a chance to pick and consolidate that second point. While right now it's just once again trying to establish yourself in this match, because 4-0 you still haven't got a single point yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it came to the Hard Rock 3, right, they were very close on the ending, but it came to those recoveries from Skier and Matt especially, just to claw that score advantage up very, very quickly and very closely. But, France now having the chance to get their picks in, and they're actually going to immediately opt into that free mod 4. And I was thinking, maybe the free mods could be a good avenue to go down, right? They've shown they have Hard Rock prowess. I'm a bit scared for the hidden, because they did ban the hidden 1 and hidden 2, so clearly maybe not wanting to opt into those hiddens, but because of, of course, being free mod, mixing up those mods, they might feel a bit more comfortable on this free mod 4 than, say, if they had to pick something like the hidden 3.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you do not need all 4 HD specialists for that free mod 4. You can, first of all, I'm pretty sure France will not overmod this one. You will have one stable no mod player. Then the other 3, it's either 2 hard rocks and 1 HD, or the other way around, 2 HDs, 1 hard rock, which is really not that bad for France. It's an alt map as well, and they're quite good when it comes to alt, except now you have that additional modification just slammed onto the map for you, which shouldn't be too shabby. I mean, as I said, France are one of the teams that actually prefer control. The only problem is they are playing against United Kingdom, and the United Kingdom are also quite good at that. So still, it is a tall task for France to accomplish here, but if they manage to, then that must feel really refreshing.
Yeah, I mean, at least you got a banger as well. At least you got a tune. I mean, this is going to be a pretty contested point, I feel, right? I mean, the ult factor on this map, it shouldn't be too big a problem for these players, I don't think. I mean, the mods as well, I don't think either one is going to throw a crazy curveball. I mean, with Hard Rock, this map does become just a pretty standard Hard Rock ult map, I'm pretty sure. With Hidden, the approach rate, IR 9.3, if you play Hidden, you're going to be more than comfortable on this map. And again, I don't think the Hidden is going to throw you off way too much. So I generally think this will just be a battle of a small bit of that consistency. I mean, the map is about 3 minutes. So, you know, small bit of that consistency, small bit of that nerve control, and also just making sure that, hey, you know, you don't need to worry so much. You can play the map out. You just play comfortably. And if you just play at a level that you know you're capable of, especially for the side of France, you will have more than a good enough shot to at least bring this to a very, very close score.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it all starts from 1 point, and that's exactly what they're looking for. We've finally seen the lineups here from France. I'm pretty sure, I'm more than sure that Musty will most likely go for an HR here. And, you know, when it comes to Musty, like, it doesn't matter. Musty is just, you know, the anchor that you have when you are playing that free mod for no, actually HD. I'm quite surprised by that. Going for a bigger circle modification right here. Musty and Oli. Viat is here with HR, and Lex all is here for that stable no mod performance. United Kingdom are gonna be doing a bit of an interesting combination. There is an HR from Feint, Dream Journey with HR, Skia with HD, and Matt for that stable no mod. Just no fail, nothing else. And I mean, we have seen it from Matt. I am really confident that Matt will have a good time on this map with just no mod. So far, showing really strong consistency performances.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, okay, not to be the guy that glazes, you know, Matt here, but Matt honestly just feels like the secret ace up the sleeve, because like a few years ago, I wasn't too sure who they were, but like I've been seeing them more and more, and they are genuinely a secret demon. And, you know, seeing them perform, I mean, it's something you come to expect. But early in on the map, we are seeing a pretty tragic, unfortunate break, and very uncharacteristic one coming in from FIA here. Very early in, especially with the Hidden, you know, a player that is very comfortable on Hidden. But, you know, confused about the early break, especially for the first Ki kicks off. And here you go, get into a bit more of those ult sections. No, nothing too crazy, but we do see another break coming in from FIA, and maybe looking to be a bit less comfortable on this map than maybe he had hoped for, but still got the 3 ASCs, and Feint had actually traded it out, so it shouldn't be too bad for them. But France right now are looking to continue controlling those combos, and pray another miss comes in, and as I say, it comes into existence. Matt does find a break on the no mod. That score difference now slowly starting to decline as we get to the halfway point of the map.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. Breaking with no mod, just letting both Skia and Dream Journey, the modded players, to tank the rest of the map, and there is halfway to go. Will they be able to hold through the second half is the main question, because if not, then France will gladly take the opportunity, to get that first point on the board. So far with the 3-way FC and a good recovery from Oli 919. No mod is here. Accuracies are also quite great, 99.5 from Musty, just mind-boggling. The lead though is not going to France side that rapidly, just 55k, and the next Ki might be the next point of contention. However, Lex Allen is gonna find a break even before that, which changes things.
Yeah, that is not the most ideal we want to see, because it's another break right before another spike. Going to be going to this next Ki. They have that 40k score advantage, but you can see it's starting to decline quite slowly. It's wavering a small bit, but you're against 2 full combos of Dream Journey and Skia 1 and 2 great recoveries. But we see a lot of breaks coming out now. Lex finding a break, Musty finding a break, Skia finding a break. The 2 trades for 1 is not a worth it deal, and now Viet's Tech goes down as well. Dream Journey and Feint and Matt all holding on to those combos. Dream Journey, especially with a harder rock, is going to keep skyrocketing that score in their favor. And with every miss found from this point onwards from France, it's looking more and more bleak, especially as with how close we are to the ending of the song.
Yeah, all the doors are shut for France. Another pick not working out for them, and you just hate to see it, but what can you even do with United Kingdom? Every single map, they have at least one stable FC, Dream Journey. This time, being the unsung hero of United Kingdom, finishing it off with a full combo with Hard Rock, mind you. Extremely respectable performance right here. Just absolutely delivering and getting the 5th point for United Kingdom. United Kingdom looking very sharp today.
Yeah, I mean, this is a terrifying roster as it is, but they're like this with how good they're playing. Yeah, it's not something you want to see often because, if you're an opposing team, because, you know, putting out full combo on the fly, it's already difficult enough. Doing it with Hard Rock, yeah, okay. I'm starting to see a game there, Dream Journey. And especially as well, you know, the 3 miss hitting Hard Rock from Feint with good combo, good accuracy. You know, the Skiers 2 miss with a 1k combo. It's just looking clean from them. But, you know, France definitely had that fight in them. You know, 3 people with 1k combo, Musty with 900. That is a fight and a half. But, you know, against the performance the UK put overall, like, you need to do so much, and it's borderline impossible to do, you know, on command. But, you know, we do get to see, you know, the possible final pick on this match, and it's gonna be UK controlling the pick as well, so they're in such a good position to close this one out if they pick carefully here. And I'm looking at that no mod pool, it's so untouched, and as a no mod player myself, I'm hoping we see a no mod pick.
You know, now that you mention that, I really hope so too. And yeah, you got your wish. No mod 3 rainy boots, but Torva, this no mod 3 is not an alt map. It's a gimmick. Yeah. It's reading gimmick. It's a map from Jake, which is a really fun thing to say, because yeah, it's a normal 3 slot, but in reality it's AR8. It has that overlap reading, and I mean, you know what to expect from Jackie maps, right?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll be honest. When I looked at the map pool on this, I saw the star rating and I saw the approach rate, and I was like, what the hell are we pooling in our no mod 3s? Then I went and looked at the map, and I asked myself this question. What the hell are we pooling in our no mod 3s? Because this map just... I can't describe it in the sense of... This map... I can't do it justice for how it actually is when it comes to playing it, because it's really weird, right? It's the low approach race mentioned, right? The ARA OD8. Accuracy shouldn't be too big of a problem, but the overlaps on this map will definitely start to cause you those said problems.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, overall, Jackie is a mapper whose maps are all used really often in tournaments to fulfill the gimmick slots, the reading tests in particular. And yeah, this one is not going to be an exception. What can I say? Considering United Kingdom, I mean, I don't even need to look at stats or anything. I mean, you just know you have a Listia, and Listia is one of the strongest European gimmick players, point blank. And well, obviously the other players are also really strong when it comes to gimmicks. For example, I'm just like looking at, you know, No mod 5, we had in qualifiers, getting C2 on that. And yeah, AG2 might have been a bit on the lower end, but I'm pretty sure there was just a low roll from Team United Kingdom. They know what they're doing right here. And considering the team synergy they have into this match, fingers crossed for France. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about, you know, UK having good gimmick players. Maybe not know so much, you know, the gimmick itself is that core thing, but, you know, France have got rosters that are quite comfortable on this reading skill set. I mean, Musty, a player that has legitimately played everything throughout the whole course of O2, as far as I'm aware. You know, been playing OWC for, what, nearly a decade, maybe over a decade. You know, has had the experience on every kind of map. You know, MyJD as well, having experience on a lot of maps, the same as Fiat and Adrian. But, you know, again, you are still also against Listia, who, as you mentioned, one of the best gimmick players in the entirety of Europe, plus, you know, Skier, Sink, and Matt, who are also really, really strong foundational players on basically every skill set, and including, you know, this gimmicky nature map. This is pretty interesting to see the least, but we do see those early break coming in from Adrian. But, you know, not to worry just yet. The map's 3 minutes, 9 seconds. You got time to find those early breaks, especially with Sink having traded it out. And, you know, you got time to build your comfort with this map, because you sure as hell need it.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, so far everyone's holding so dearly to their combos. However, Adrian gonna be the first one. First blood is drawn on him. Ski is trading him, not the first person inside UK I was expecting to see a break coming from, but it is what's happening right now. And Matt is gonna follow the trend. Only Listy and Sync HD are here with full combos, which actually gives France hope, but seems like it's gonna be a false hope, because Musty is losing his precious combo right as I'm saying that. MyCD and Oli are having a 2v2 fight against Sinky and Listia right now, and so far it's just pure stagnation as we're entering the other KI.
Yeah, I mean, first out of the map done, 28k score difference roughly. I mean, Listia, as to be expected, right, holding on to a disgusting score right now, 99.3, did drop from the 99.5. Sync, you know, only about 30 combo behind, but still at 99% accuracy, and it's Oli and MyJD holding on to some really good scores here. I mean, hold on a minute, I've looked at the accuracy here coming in from Oli. 90, oh, he was at 99.5, I believe, but did drop under 99. 100k scored between them. The recoveries are being found, but Musty seeming to struggle a small bit more on that combo game than maybe hoped for, but you know, they're not out the run yet. They're still just under half the map remaining, and if a tragic break falls upon the side of the United Kingdom, that score difference can start to shift pretty quickly.
Yeah, indeed, the slow part is not helping France either, because right now it's only allowing the United Kingdom to consolidate that. It's now 200k scored. Even if they find some breaks, France would really need to work hard to get the first point on the board, and considering they're already on the chopping block, it's gonna be hard to escape that fate. However, there is a break from Single HD. Nothing is done yet. Hold on, Listia is still here, but Listia needs to go down if France wants at least one chance to get a point on this map, but so far this is not what's happening. France are trying their best to hold on last quarter into the map, but United Kingdom is standing on business, Torva.
Yeah, I mean, you know it's scary, right? When you see a player on the United Kingdom finding breaks like Singh has, and the score difference is still increasing for the side of United Kingdom. That is the dominant powerhouse of a team score that you just kind of come to see from this country, right? They are just playing unbelievably well. Now the score difference is starting to shrink, but the map's ending. Foxen, the map's basically over, and the score difference is only now starting to shrink. There are some crazy performances on the side of France, especially coming in from 3A, especially coming in from Adrian, who recovered after quite a shaky start, but just the four-way score, sorry, because Sync held 1,000 combo nearly. The four-way score, the team performance from the United Kingdom the whole way through this match is just not something you can outperform. You can have those star performances, but when 4 players in one team are having star performances, what can you do?
Yeah, no, that's just disrespectful. I mean, you look at France's score, right? 2.7 million, that's a very good score for Noma 3, for a gimmick map like that. But United Kingdom, today they were on something else. Not even a single point dropped. A perfect performance from their team. And Torva, I think I'm starting to notice a trend here. All the top seeded teams in the round of 16 upper bracket, they make their matches seem effortless. Like, no matter who they're up against, like the winners of the countries that won their own groups in the group stage, it doesn't matter. Even though they're strong, the top seeded countries are just on different level, and so far none of them have showed any signs of weaknesses. I mean, same applies for United Kingdom, same applies for China, and yeah, that is just scary about those.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking and hoping that France would be definitely a strong contender here, because, you know, it's a country that has got some really crazy strong players, but, you know, this time around, unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. And, you know, they don't have to worry too yet. You know, they still have a loser's bracket. They can still have their miracle performance, but, you know, hoping just next week the map pool suits them a bit better and are a bit more comfortable on it. Because this week around, even though they did set some really good scores against United Kingdom, a Seed 7 team, being comfortable just doesn't cut it somehow.
Yeah, totally. And that's how it goes for now. I believe we can switch to the scene with schedules, because this one here is done, and we still have, I believe it's one more match coming today at 21 UTC. So it's in 4 hours, Canada versus Chile, another one from upper bracket. The other ones are gonna only happen on Sunday, starting from New Zealand and Brazil. And yeah, tomorrow we will have the day where we're gonna see even more matches. But as you can see right now, all the higher seeded teams took over the lower seeded teams, and so far no upsets have happened. But yeah, with that, that should be everything from us. Thank you so much. Shoutouts to all the sponsors that you're seeing currently at the bottom of the screen. Thank you so much to Yobimo for making such great sound design team and songs. regionals for the tournament. Thank you so much, Agami Studio, for the branded products. You should check out their Meow Pads. They're also doing a giveaway alongside Slider Pals. So you should scroll down a bit if you're watching from PC. There is a hyperlink. There is an image that says giveaway. You can press on that and get a chance of winning some of those great products. But from now, Torva, that should be everything.
Yeah, I believe it is. And overall, I'm really excited to see the UK continue in their reign so far. And I'm honestly really hoping to see France pull off some crazy performances in the losers bracket. But overall, that will be us. Well, it from us, I believe. And we will be seeing you all in about 4 hours and 8 minutes for Canada versus Chile, which I think will definitely be a very fun match to watch because both teams definitely have some strong players. And I think, you know, you can maybe on paper make some predictions, but, you know, don't ever count the runner-up out until it's too late.
Yeah, totally. Well said. You put it very well. But with that, Torva, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, and we will see you for Canada versus Chile. Bye-bye, everybody, and enjoy the game. Take care.